I'm going to make a short tutorial from multiple track captures of this software application. I'll be capturing the trecs with Camtasia 2024 and assembling them on the timeline in Camtasia Rev. And then I'll run them through one of my template projects to finish it off. So to begin, what I'm going to do is go to the open instance of Camtasia that I have. And I'm going to start the process by calling up Recorder with Control R. Note that I have Rev turned on, and I'm going to start this capture of the application using the F9 shortcut key. What we're going to do is from the main Cookbook Plus menu, click this command button to open the log exercise form. And I'll end this capture now with F10. I'm going to call it 001, enter key. That launched Camtasia Rev in 2024. I'm going to use recording size. The layout won't make any difference because I'm going to use the largest here, and no background, or even if one is selected, it won't show. And I'm not selecting any effects. I'll edit in Camtasia. Our captures on the timeline, I'm going to leave it alone. We're going to go Control R to get back to the app and open Recorder. F9 starts the second capture. To log a new exercise, I'm going to click this command button. Note that the current date is selected by default. I will use the tab key and then pick a location, Middleton. Tab key again, number of hours, we'll say 1 hour. Tab key, 30 minutes. Tab key, and we'll go, let's say 25 miles. Tab key. Note that the average speed and calories burned are computed automatically. And I'm going to end this second capture with F10. 002, enter key. Once again, Rev's open. I'm just going to click Edit in Camtasia. It's on the timeline. And by the way, while these things are going down, Control-Shift-7, I can play each one and listen and edit and do any edits in real time. Like for the second one here, I would probably want to cut out some of this blank space here. So X there, and there's another long one. Let's just assume I want to get rid of that, so got rid of that. Now we're ready to go on to our third capture, so it's Control R. And F9 starts that capture. At this point, we're given the choice of entering some optional information for temperature, wind direction, and speed. I'll do that. We'll say the temperature is 80 degrees, tab key. Wind direction, southwest. Wind speed, 12 miles an hour, tab speed. I can also enter some notes here, so I'll just type in some notes. And I'll tab out of that field. And I'll use F10 to end this capture. Call this one, I guess, 003. Enter key. Rev opens again. Again, I'm going to edit in Camtasia. It's on the timeline. Once more, I could listen and edit it if I wanted to. I'm just going to leave it alone for this example. And we'll do one more capture. So that's Control R. And start it with F9. We're now finished entering this particular exercise. We'll close the form by clicking the stop sign. And I'll finish this off with F10 to end the capture. And 004, enter key. And we'll edit this in Camtasia. It's on the timeline. Same drill. I'd probably play and edit this blank space here if I wanted to, and Control X, and that's it. Now with Control-Shift-7, I would likely, to save myself time and energy, Control-A, select everything, put in my library. That would be Control-Shift-A. I'm going to call it ZZZ so I can find it easy. It's going into my YouTube library. Let's say OK. And there it is. So that takes care of that part of it. And what I'm going to do now is command a new project, Control-N. No, I don't need to save this. And at this point, I'm going to open up one of my template projects. So that's Alt-F, down arrow, Enter key. We're going to select this guy, Enter key. And what we have is a hidden track and some placeholders. Actually, let's get rid of all but the first placeholder. Delete that. Select this placeholder. Go to R. There's my clips. Right-click and do a ripple replace. Control-Shift-7 and Control-U to undo that. And you can see all four of those clips there. If I check some properties here, I'm going to see that my default cursor is 500, which I want, but I want a cursor color and there's nothing assigned. So I'm going to select all these guys and go to cursor effects, cursor color, right click and add it to all those guys. And then I'm going to pick, let's say this color here. Now if I scrub, I get a nice colored big cursor in my little guy. So at this point, what I would do would be some more editing. One thing that I found I have to do is bump the gain on these tracks. So I would go here to, let's say 150 usually works pretty good. And that makes them sound pretty nice. And at the beginning here, there's always some extra space I need to get rid of. So we'll go from 1 second to just about here, Control-X. And let's say time to open up, Control-Shift-7. This disabled track. This is some branding components I have, so I'll select it, Control-U. I have an in group I like to use, so I'll select it and take him down to the end. I won't need these top three assets in this particular tutorial, so I'll select them, delete them. And there's an audio ring here. I like to have that. Let's go Control-Shift-9. I like to have the audio ring not start to show to the end of the start group here. And then I need to edit this, so it's Control-Shift-G to open it. There's a stamp here I've got, Control-Shift-G. Select it, and I'll update the date today, and that's the 15th. And fit that, Control-Shift-U, and I got a title here. And we'll Control-Shift-G, select the title. Two things, double click to select it all. Can't see it on this guy, so I'm going to change it to this color font. And then I'm going to type in example multi-clip tutorial made from, let's call it Rev, just the heck of it. Not important. And so now we've adjusted the start group, Control-Shift-U, Control-Shift-U, Control-Shift-7. And I need to bring these guys down to the end of the project. Control-N, back one frame. Everything's finishing at the right time. The next thing I want to probably do before I produce it is to check the color on my audio ring. I'm going to change the color on the audio ring. It's too light. So with it selected, we're going to go find its color. And we're going to go from this guy to this guy. Now, if I scrub, the audio ring shows up a lot better. So that's how I quickly make multi-track clip capture tutorials using Camtasia Rev. At this point, I would save the project, Control S, and call it example build out or something, enter key. So now we have a project, and I can go ahead and save it, produce it, and archive it.